Hey guys, welcome to the Marketing Coach Podcast. I am your host, Angie Gensler, and I am so excited to have you joining me today. I'm going to be talking about productivity, and I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of my top productivity tips to help you accomplish more and hustle less. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that really going against that hustle culture is kind of core to my message and my DNA. I am all about running your business with less headache and less hustle. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, if you are joining me live on YouTube, thank you so much for joining me for this live recording. If you would like to join a live recording, head over to my YouTube channel and make sure you hit subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you get notified the next time I go live and record an episode. Okay, so let's talk about the 5 productivity tips. The first one that I have for you is to schedule your time for peak productivity. So, this basically means you're going to be very strategic about what you're working on and when. So, a lot of people will just kind of start their day and, okay, here's all the tasks that I have to do, and they start just going through those tasks. If you want to maximize your productivity, and produce the best possible and the most possible that you can in the least amount of time, you need to think about it, kind of think about how your brain works, when you have the most energy, when you're the most creative, when ideas are flowing. Think about that and schedule your time accordingly. So for me, I tend to be at my absolute best first thing in the morning. And Trevor knows this, and he knows that basically those morning hours, he needs to leave me alone and let me just work. So I block off 2 hours every morning to just do focused, creative work. And then I use times later in the day where maybe it's harder for me to focus, it's harder for me to really dig into something. And I use that to handle the more little tasks, the things that are kind of more mindless. So here's what I recommend. Sit down and really think about, when do you tend to have that a flow of creation, or when does your brain seem to be working at its best? If you're not quite sure, then take this next week and really pay attention to your work habits and think about, okay, is there a certain time of day or a certain situation, or maybe it's even a location where you seem to be the most creative and the most energized? And that's when you want to block off anywhere from 1 to 2 hours every day. Block off that time. That's time that you can be working on new projects, maybe creating new content, developing new products or services, maybe really digging in and building out good quality marketing campaigns. Whatever it is that you need to work on that requires that creative energy, block off that time when you're at your maximum peak productivity and creative mode. Okay, so then I would also block off about 15 to 30 minutes every single day where you're going to get all the little stuff done, right? And maybe it's up to an hour. It depends on how much little stuff you have. And by little stuff, I mean cleaning out your inbox, replying to those nagging emails that you just don't seem to get replied to, maybe jumping on all your social media channels and checking on comments, making sure you're up to date with everything on there. So give yourself anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour. Find a random time at the end of the day where maybe you're kind of burnt out. It can be kind of, I guess, replying to emails really isn't mindless work, but it's not like, let's really dig in and focus work. So basically, you want to be very strategic about what you're doing and when. Schedule it on your calendar, and then I want you to honor that schedule. Make that commitment to yourself, just like you would if you had a call with a client. Honor those blocks of time that you have scheduled out. And now, if you find yourself breaking those commitments, so let's say you say, okay, from 8 to 10 a.m. every day, it is focused creative work time. If you find yourself constantly getting distracted and you're jumping onto social media, or you're, browsing the internet, or you're jumping on your phone and playing video games, whatever that is, pay attention to that. Are you getting distracted? What are those distractions? And then schedule those into your time as well. So I think a lot of people just think, oh, I'll just get better. I'll be better and I won't be distracted. You're human. It's going to happen. You have these thoughts, you have these interests, you get distracted, you get bored, you get sidetracked. Schedule that time in for yourself. So if you find that every day you tend to jump on your phone and play video games and you just get sucked into it and distracted, schedule yourself 30 minutes or 15 minutes every day to play those video games. Then, when you find yourself wanting to go to your phone, because maybe you're stuck, you're facing a hard problem, maybe you're not sure how to handle something, so you just go to that distraction, you'll stop yourself and say, oh, okay, I'm not going to do this. I've got 15 minutes scheduled to do this later today. I'm going back and I'm going to focus on the task at hand. So that will really help you stay more productive throughout the day, get the things done that you need to get done, and doing them when you're at your max or your peak productivity mode for that task. Okay, I want to share the next tip with you. This is actually a tool that you can use, and it's called Brain FM. So, Brain FM has been Trevor and I's secret weapon for years to help us just get massive amounts of work done in a very short amount of time. And so you can check it out if you just go to brain.fm. That's their website URL. And I'll put it down in the comments or, in the description below this video. Or if you're listening to the podcast, I will have it on the show notes page and you can go check it out. So Brain FM, they say that they are music for the brain, but basically they have certain tones or audio wavelengths. I'm not sure how it works, but whatever it does, it's kind of freaky how it works, but it gets you into this instant focus mode. So Trevor and I sometimes he's very hesitant to use it all the time because he's like, there's got to be something like it has to be messing with my brain that it works so stinking well. But the second we put in those headphones, it's like, boom, you get laser focused and you can churn out massive amounts of work in a short amount of time. We have been working on the last month a big launch, and everything launches or goes live, I guess. We're not doing like a formal launch, but everything goes live tomorrow. And yesterday I was like, oh my gosh, I have so much I have to get done. I was stressing out and it was like, okay, wait a minute. I'm just going to turn on Brain FM and I'm going to churn it out. And I did. It worked like a charm. So I 100%, 1000% recommend Brain FM. I have never found another tool that has worked better to allow me to accomplish more in less time with less hustle. The best part is that they will give you 20% off if you use my code Angie20. So go to brain.fm, that's the URL. At the checkout, type in Angie20 as your coupon code and you'll get 20% off. And it's a pretty affordable service considering what you get. I'm not sure what Trevor and I paid. I think he got us a lifetime deal a while ago, but you can get annual deals and it's a very affordable tool for what you get. Not only do they have music to help you focus, but they have music to help you relax and meditate and sleep as well. We've used it for our son to help. He has dyslexia. It's helped him focus in the classroom. We have used it to help him fall asleep. He struggles sleeping. I think Trevor uses it to meditate. So there's so many amazing things that you can do with Brain FM. Okay, the third productivity tip that I have for you is to know your core values and your goals, and then you're going to cut everything that does not fit within that. And so, this is one thing that I see a lot of business owners kind of struggle with, and a lot of entrepreneurs. And I actually talked about this in the previous episode is that entrepreneurs, we tend to have shiny object syndrome. And we like to say yes to a lot of things. We like to try a lot of things and pursue different things. And we have big, grand ideas and we go after all of them. The problem is, it causes a lot of extra stress, anxiety, time on our part, and time is limited. So if you want to be able to accomplish more and hustle less, you need to start cutting. And the best way to start cutting things is to sit down and decide, what are my core values? What are the things that matter most to me, to my business, and what are my goals for my business? So for example, and before I jump into the example, this can apply also to your personal life, okay? So for me, my core values in my personal life is healthy. One of them is healthy eating and a healthy lifestyle. That's very, very core to me. So I am willing to take that extra time to create fresh, healthy, organic meals for my family. But I am not willing to be the PTA president for my children's school. Now, my children matter more than the world to me. They're everything to me. But I know that it's my core value to provide them with a healthy meal. It's not my core value to be a part of the PTA and plan those school activities. So I have cut that. I don't participate in the PTA, but I do take that extra time to provide them with healthy meals and to cook for them. So I want you to sit down and decide, what are your core values for your personal life, for your business? What are your goals for your business? What is it that you want to accomplish this year? And then start cutting things that don't apply to that. Go through your personal day to day. What are those commitments that you have? What are some of the daily tasks that you do? And then also in your business, are there any strategies or tactics that have just kind of happened? You've acquired them, I guess, over time. Can you start whittling that down? Can you start cutting out the fat, essentially, and only focusing on and doing the things that fit within your core values and that will directly help you accomplish or impact the goals that you have for your business? Okay, so cutting things is going to be crucial to improving your productivity and stopping that hustle lifestyle. Okay, tip number 4 that I have for you, it kind of applies to the cutting things out, but this is to stop you from acquiring more. So now you've cut some stuff. Now, to keep you from acquiring more and continuing that cycle, I want you to follow the idea of, if it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. And this is a concept that has completely transformed my life for me, because I tend to be the kind of person that will say yes to anything. If someone says, "Hey, can you do this? Or do you want to do that? Would you like to participate in that? Would you want to be the head of this, this committee or whatever?" I'm like, "Yeah, you bet. Sign me up. I'll do it." I'm always a yes person. And a lot of entrepreneurs tend to fall within that, yes mentality. And it tends to be, it can be a beautiful thing, but it tends to also be our downfall at times. So, what I want you to now evaluate is, when a new opportunity is presented your way, maybe someone says, "Hey, do you want to be the PTA president? Do you want to sit on the board?" Or they say, "Hey, um, would you like to participate in this podcast? Would you like to come on my podcast and talk about XYZ?" If that request doesn't instantly fill you with this excitement of, "Oh, hell yeah, I want to do that," then it's a no. Okay. So only say yes to things that fill you with that excitement. And you're like, "Oh, hell yeah, I'm so pumped about this." Then you're going to have to say no. And it's going to be hard at first. You're going to have to practice it. You're going to have to practice say no, but I promise you it will get more comfortable. Now, there will be opportunities that will come your way that will not invigorate that hell yes response, but it may not be a, "Oh, definitely not," or you may just have a, "I don't know. I don't, it feels kind of good. Maybe this could be good." You'll get that a lot. So, I want you to put together a set of qualifying questions that you can evaluate new opportunities on, that you're kind of iffy on, okay? If you're on the fence. So, an example of a qualifying question could be, "Does this better serve my readers and my customers? Will this idea help me drive more traffic to my website? Can this be implemented with the time that I have available this month? Can it be implemented with the budget I have available? Does this idea help me achieve my goals? Does this idea fit within my core values? Does it strengthen my brand identity?" Whatever it is, I want you to come up with about 3 qualifying questions that you'll use towards every opportunity that comes your way. Every single thing. I mean, down from, "Can you watch my kid this weekend?" If you have a friend that wants you to babysit, you can use these 3 qualifying questions to evaluate every single thing that comes your way that requires a yes or no response. And then when you run through those qualifying questions, if your answer to those is a maybe or not yet or a no, then you're going to scrap that idea and you're going to, or that opportunity, and you're going to say no to it and move on. So, unless you get a yes from all three of those qualifying questions, it's going to be a no. This is going to help you get laser focused, streamlined into, really that life that you want to create and the goals that you have for your business. You've got to learn to say no. Okay, now the fifth and final productivity tip that I have for you is to streamline your social media marketing and simplify it with my social media content club. Now, if you have been following me for a while, you may be familiar with the social content app or my social media content system. Those have now been merged. I merged them into one product, and it's called the Social Media Content Club. And the club is designed to turn your phone or your desktop computer into your own social media manager. And it combines research, marketing know how, content creation to deliver copy and post content every single day. So you're basically getting done for you social media from your phone, and it takes less than a minute a day to do. So social media can be really daunting and overwhelming for a lot of people, especially for a business owner. We tend to get really overwhelmed by all the different channels and the different trends, and we're not sure, how do I make a post that gets engagement? And sometimes on top of that, you really don't have a desire to create those super vulnerable confessional posts or the overly styled selfies. You just want social media to be easy, right? Like, can it be easy? Can I promote my business without, you know, being overly fake or scripted or, perfect? Yes, I promise you, you can. And the Social Media Content Club helps you do exactly that. So, inside the Content Club, I provide you with a copy and paste post for every single day of the month. So those are posts where you've got this caption, you've got your hashtags, you've got the image. All you have to do is hit copy and you post it to social media. Then I also provide you with a fill in the blank post every single day. So with that, I provide you with an image, I provide you with a caption with a few blanks that you fill in to customize it to make it unique to your business, and I give you the hashtags. You can also customize it further and use your own image. I provide an image suggestion for you. So you'll get that every single day of the month. Then I also provide a video idea for you every single day. So that will help you create Instagram reels, TikTok videos, stories. Maybe if you want to go live, do a live video, whatever it is, those video ideas will help you do that. And I provide you with a post idea for every single day. So if your creative juices are really going and you want to create a 100% unique to you post, those post ideas will really help get the ball rolling and help you know what to post every single day. On top of that, I provide you with targeted hashtag lists for every month. I provide holiday lists for each month, and there is a library of over 750 images that you can access right inside the Social Media Content Club. So, everything that you would get in your Content Club membership will help you tackle social media in anywhere from 1 to about 10 minutes a day. It depends on how many posts you want to make, how personal you want to make them. But I have some customers, they're tackling it in 1 minute a day. Others, they put a little more time into it and they give themselves 10 to 15 minutes a day. So imagine being able to check social media completely off your list. You block off, 10 minutes off your calendar every single day. It's done. It's as easy as that. So I can't think of any other way to help you accomplish more in less time than that social content, or excuse me, the Social Media Content Club. So if you want to go check out the Content Club, I will put a link in the description or in the show notes. But you can head over to angiegensler.com/content club, and that will take you over to the sales page where you can learn more and you can start your trial and check it out, see if it will work for you and your business. Okay, so I hope you guys found those 5 productivity tips helpful. I would love to know which one you think will really have the biggest impact on you and your business, and which one you want to try and implement this week and to help you accomplish more and hustle less this week. Okay. If you guys liked this podcast episode, please give it a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, or subscribe to the podcast on whatever listening app you are using. And please give me an honest rating and review. If you head over to Apple Podcasts and leave me a review, that would mean the world to me. It'll help me grow the podcast and reach more small business owners around the world. Okay, guys, well, that's it for today. Have a great day, and I will see you or meet you in the next episode.